Hey everybody, it's Janice with Creating Through Chaos. I'm going to start this project off with this wooden sign, and I'm not sure where I got this. I believe I got it at a thrift store, or it came from Hobby Lobby, could have come from Michael's. I'm not really sure, but I had this piece of wood anyway, and I'm going to take the stencil that I got from Hobby Lobby of a deer, and I tape that right to the very center of the sign. And next I'm going to take some white paint and a sponge dauber, and I'm going to go all the way around the whole stencil with this white color until it's fully filled in. And the trick to stenciling is less paint. Go over the same spot 50 times if you need to. If you put too much paint on, that's how you get bleed. So you put some paint on to your sponge dauber, sponge it off onto a piece of paper or a paper towel, and then start sponging your project. Make sure that you have a very, very small amount of white paint. Once I finish that, I'm going to pull that off. Then I'm going to take some greenery, and I'm going to lay that at the bottom right underneath his body. And I'm just using a staple gun to hold both of those in place. I'm just setting them where I want, stapling them on. Once I have that all attached, I am going to take this bow that I made out of some plaid ribbon. I'm going to glue that right to the center of my greenery. I just had to cut off a piece of the greenery because it made the bow sit funny. So I'm just going to add some glue again and then just place that where I want it. Kind of fluff out my bow a little bit. Once the bow was stuck well, I'm going to take a silver bell and I'm going to add that to the center of the bow. And right here, you can be done with this project and it's absolutely beautiful and it's perfect. But I needed to go a step further, so I grabbed some of my Snowflake stencils, and I'm just going to put a couple of random snowflakes around the whole board, around the background. So I'm just going to tape that on, and I taped off the snowflakes that I didn't want, and I'm just going to put a little bit of paint on this and just make the snowflake come out, and I'm just going to kind of, like I said, put them randomly around the whole thing. Once I had all of these done, I did 4 of the big ones in total. So again, just this final one over here. And I haven't even had to reload my brush. That's how little amount of paint I used. I ended up doing a few of the smaller ones. And I don't know why, but this camera seemed off here. It didn't catch that I used some of the smaller snowflakes on the stencil and did a couple of those around the background as well. And you can kind of see it in the right-hand side up here. And then I decided that I thought that that was enough. I just added a couple of more. So all in all, I did 6 snowflakes. Then I'm going to take some white paint on a paintbrush and just splatter the whole project. I probably should have done this before I put the bow on. So I put my hand over it just to block the paint from getting onto my bow. And that is it. This project is finished. I think this turned out so super cute. I love woodland decor for Christmas, so this is the perfect project for me. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it inspires you to make one. And as always, don't forget to spread the chaos.